What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Swordfire X5 Kenny here, hanging out in the studio, 5/13/2021. Just did a crypto video, and I want to do another video that's not crypto and not a rant that's going to get banned on YouTube. No, friends, I want to talk today about a book that I just finished called Illusions: The Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah by Richard Bach, author of Jonathan Livingston Seagull and The Bridge Across Forever. This book was written, I think the date on it here, it's 1978. It's actually a really good book, friends, and I really enjoyed it. I started reading it. It took me about a total of probably combined 4 hours to read, but I finished it today, and it was a fun book. It was a really fun book, and it starts out with this guy who flies airplanes, and I think it's based in like the 50s, the 40s or 50s maybe. That's the vibe I got from it while reading it. That's the land it took me to a little bit, but it's about this guy. He flies airplanes and he gives people rides for like $3, whatever, and an old two-wing airplane. And he meets this fellow that also gives people rides, and the guy's kind of like mysterious. He's got like the perfect airplane, and he's just like a really kind of a quiet kind of guy when he rolls up on him in this field. And they kind of like form a bond. They form like a friendship, and the guy starts teaching them like about life a little bit, about the law of attraction, kind of what reality is. And he like speaks in parables, and he gives them like this Messiah's journal or whatever. And it's kind of like a reincarnation. It goes kind of like along the storylines of the Bible a little bit, with a guy that teaches and helps people grow. And he ends up, I don't want to spoil the ending, but he ends up dying in the end. You know what I mean? But he's not actually dead, and like there's different realms. It was super wild. It was super fun. It was a super good book. And it's just an older book, and I really enjoyed it. And there's little things inside the book, the little sayings like here that are from the journal that he has or whatever. And there's a couple different ones as you flip throughout the page. I shared one of my favorite ones on my Facebook page today. Here's one that I just opened on chapter 11. You are never given a wish without also being given the power to make it true. You may have to work for it, however. Interesting. But yeah, man, what a really good book. Illusions: Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah. This was, I borrowed this off of a friend. She let me borrow it, and I read it, and I highly recommend it. Check it out. It's funny sitting here talking about books, read books, kind of. When I was younger, those of you who know me know I was homeschooled, and when I was homeschooled, I used to have to do like these book reports. I was like part of like this little homeschool community out in the middle of nowhere. A little, I love, looking back, I loved it. I loved the experience. At the time, not so much, but we would have like these meetings like once a month, where we'd go over, and there'd be like 8 to 10 like little homeschool kids running around, and all come from very religious families, and we all have like to read a book that month and like write a book report on it. And like I hated doing that. I absolutely freaking hated it. Because I'd like first of all, I had to come up with writing something good, that I had to write a good book report. And then I had to like stand up in front of all these people and their moms and everything, and like read it. And it's funny to think about, but man, I hated it. And it's just kind of ironic looking now, like here I am on YouTube, and I'm kind of giving a book report a little bit. I'm working on like 4 books right now, to be honest with you. And I'm really trying to get back into the reading thing, because it's good. I think it's super good and healthy to read and let your imagination kind of go into what the author was intending it to be a little bit. And another book I'm working on right now is one my father lent me. I haven't made very far now. I'm like chapter two, but chapter two is like a quarter of the way through the book, and it's called Extreme Ownership. It's written by a couple Navy SEALs, and it's more about like applying their principles sort of to the business aspect of the world, which is it's super fascinating. It teaches you how to be a leader. So I'm really getting into that one. And then I have a astrophysics book that my friend Justin lent me. I haven't opened it yet. I've been meaning to, but there's it's good to read. And that's what I did earlier today was I finished up this book, Illusions, in the hammock in the backyard. Just sat there, a little chilly out, not bad though. It was refreshing. Ate a couple oranges, and just finished this book, and I loved it, man. It was a really good book. So that's a few thoughts on reading tonight, and I think I'm gonna dive into that Extreme Ownership book a little more this evening after I make some dinner. Not sure what I'm making yet, but I think I'm gonna do that. And I'm just gonna take it easy. I think the rest of the night. It's good to be back in the studio. It's good to be recording. Like I said, I haven't been in the studio that much. I had that video that got banned, which really, I had my rant day, and then it got banned, which YouTube's a private company, whatever, dude, whatever, free speech is dead. And, it got discouraged a little bit, but that's okay. It's gonna happen. When we try to speak our truth, when we try to, step up and go against the flow and speak an unpopular opinion, there's gonna be resistance. There's gonna be, forces that come against you, and it's going to happen, and not just in this realm, in the other realm too. I'm talking about that discouragement. I'm talking about that self-conscious, those are real attacks that are going to happen. Just got to roll with the punches, and take it to the next day, next day ahead, one day ahead, baby steps, whatever. And I need to, I needed to clear my head a little bit and like, okay, it's good to have rant days. I'm okay with that. I trust in my opinion that, in people's opinions, I'm okay with that. Have different opinions. I'm not going to sit here and get upset about it and do retaliation videos and just, I'm not going to do all that, dude. Whatever. I am excited about doing a Constitution narration, which I'm thinking about doing that for 4th of July, actually. So I might save part 2 of that for 4th of July. But I need to get more people in the show, man. I need to get some people lined up here. I've been slacking a little bit. Haven't been chasing it too much. Just been out of the studio, doing things with the pup, going on adventures, reading books. It's good to do it all. Don't put too much energy into one thing, and keep it diversified a little bit. So those are a few thoughts for this evening. I hope you guys have a good night. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel again. Really, it means a lot. I'm gonna try to get some guests here on the show here soon and amp it back up. We'll see. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Whatever, you know how it is. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is Swordfire X5. Have a good night.